Today on DockSide TV, we're going to try to catch a couple of crappie, but if it's bass that we catch, so be it. Stay tuned for this episode of DockSide TV. Pretty water there, and a nice pretty crappie. Starting the morning off a little white crappie. Using a ladies' night on a 16th ounce mini golden eye. Got the cork a little bit shallower today, as this bank we finding is a little shallow, trying to stay above the snags. See if we can fill up the bucket again. Back in the little boat. Well, we keep this boat this time of year just in the back of the truck all the time. And if we see a pretty pond, we will throw it in there. We were hoping to catch crappie, but today is starting off more like a bass trip. Matrix Mini again, but we'll take it. Watching the cork go down is all the excitement in the world. Ooh, look at that perch. So we've started off the morning with a crappie, bass, and this big old perch right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's hand size. During this time of year, whenever a lot of high winds, we get into the early spring, late winter, and the coastal fishing can be tough and difficult, we like to take our plastic boat here and just throw it in the back of the truck and try all kinds of different ponds. Now, when you're pond hopping like this, you never know what type of pond you're gonna stumble across. Some ponds we fish are filthy dirty and have big white crappie in them. Some ponds we fish have like a root beer looking water, and we catch a lot of black crappie in them. Some ponds we fish like today has a nice green, clean, you know, we can see a solid 4 or 5 foot down in here, and we're catching bass in them, bass and perch. So also we've been in ponds before. That all of the fish we caught was channel cats and blue cats. So you just gotta try different things when you get in there. When your cork goes down, or if you're jigging the bottom, and you never know what you're gonna catch, and it makes it really entertaining. Discovering new ponds in different areas, catching different fish, different species, and different types of ways to catch them. Well, as our journey continues, looking for crappie, caught a crappie on the very first fish of the morning. Ever since then, it's been bass and beautiful brim. All in all, they all taste about the same. All right, when fishing ponds like this with wooded areas, you're gonna get a lot of laid over trees like this one right in front of us. And you definitely want to focus on any abnormal object like that. You know, you got big sunken trees like this here. We just pulled a bass off of this earlier. And as I got closer, I could see the layout of this tree. Let me look at it right here. Nice sunken tree right there. And that's the kind of stuff that fish like to hang out on, is just any kind of structures, sunken trees, anything like that. It's not always the trees that you can see above the water that hold the fish. A lot of times it's the ones you can't see that you might only be able to find from getting snagged, or make sure you got a good pair of sunglasses, the way you can look into the water and see it. It's a little bit bigger bass than this pole is ready for. Whoa. It's funny, we've caught bass up to 4 and 5 pounds on this mini before. This is nowhere near that size, but this is a pretty nice bass for a miniature lure and a miniature pole. It's got it choked down in there pretty good. Nice little bass. We'll go ahead and let this one go. Bass was out schooling in the middle. Seen him working on a little pogey or shad shiner for about 2 or 3 minutes. Ran the trolling motor up to him. Got it, fooled him to eat the Matrix Mini. Had a bass earlier try to hit the cork. This little lake here, next time I come in it, I can tell you, I'm gonna bring some Matrix mullets and really get after the bigger bass in here. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We caught 1 crappie, a handful of beautiful perch, and an endless amount of bass. We have DockSide TV episodes doing all kinds of different things, from fishing in plastic boats off the bank to bigger boats. Make sure to check out all our DockSide TVs, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and until next time, good fishing.